Let me ask a question to all the older folks in the crowd. When you were younger, what show, game, movie, or whatever shaped you into who you are the most? Don't worry, there's no wrong answer. Well, of course there are, but that's not important. But what is important is the reason why I'm asking this question. And that's because, as of today, something very near and dear to my heart has officially passed its 30-year birthday. And that thing is Power Rangers. That's right, Power Rangers. A team of teenagers with attitude coming together to take down monsters wearing rainbow spandex.
That is not spandex! The material is a self-assembling nanofiber formed...
I know! Okay? Now if you're curious, no, this isn't going to be a history of video, as there's already videos on that. Nor is this going to be me reviewing every single season, since, again, there are already tons of videos on that exact thing. And I'm not good at doing that. This video is just going to go over my experience with it, why I love it, and why I hold it in such high regard. So, without further ado, let's delve into it. Now, I can't remember exactly when I started watching Power Rangers prior to 2011. I just know that my brother started watching before me, as he liked watching it too. But 2011 onward, when Samurai started running, that was when I really started to love Power Rangers. From the start of Samurai to the end of Dino Charge, I almost religiously got out of bed to watch nearly every single episode. Now, looking back, I understand that some of those seasons were, not to the highest quality, but I just didn't care at all. I still watched them, and I still loved them, and I still kinda do to this day. Since then, I went back and watched every single season prior to Samurai. Yes, from all 3 seasons of the original Mighty Morphin to RPM, I watched them all. And as of the recent stuff, I've watched all of Beast Morphers, and I've only watched the first season of Dino Fury. I tried watching Ninja Steel, but that just wasn't really all that good to me. Yeah, I didn't think Ninja Steel was all that good. And I guess since I'm getting to this point already, I might as well give my favorites on various categories of Power Rangers. Feel free to disagree with any of my choices, just be sure to not be a douchebag, okay? Let's go! My favorite season is and will always be Mystic Force, and that's purely because of the magic setting, and I think that just sounds really cool. But my second favorite is a tie between SPD and Time Force. My favorite Rangers of each color are Casey, Flynn,
I'm Scottish!
Kira, Xander, Kendrix, and Dylan. My favorite 6 or Special Rangers are Magna Defender, Eric,
Foolishness, Lord Zed,
Kruger, Daggeron, and Liambo. My favorite villains are Mesagog, Korag, and Decker. My top 3 favorite theme songs, which I wish I could play, but, you know, are Ninja Storm, Battle Charge, and SPD. And lastly, my favorite Megazords are the Titan Megazord from Mystic Force and the Super Train Megazord from Lightspeed Rescue. The Titan Megazord because I just love how it looks like an actual armored wizard with dragon wings rather than just looking like a robot. Plus, it can also turn into a dragon, which just makes it even more cool. And the Super Train Megazord because it's just f***ing gigantic. Like, when this thing first arrived, the monsters were just like, what the f***? Why is it massive? One thing that I think Power Rangers does better than most shows, both back then and even now, is the opening theme songs. While there are some better than others, they all do the job that opening themes are meant to do. Hook you in and get you excited for the show. They're like what anime openings are before anime was actually considered cool. And on top of that, these kind of openings are the best kind of theme songs for a kids show like this. They present these people as heroes that'll save the world from evil. key emphasis on heroes, or in other words, the people who are supposed to root for. Unlike most modern superhero stuff, or even just with heroes in general, that's shown to either be morally gray at best, or downright pathetic or straight up evil at worst, and yet still trying to gaslight people and saying, we're the good guys, we're the people you're supposed to root for. But that's a topic for another day. For now, all I'll say is that some of these openings are so good that it makes me wish that there were full-length versions of all of them. But sadly, that isn't the case. And I'd love to play some of them for you, but again, copyright. Just do yourself a favor and listen to them yourself. And if you don't get at least a little smile listening to any of them, there's clearly something wrong with you. Along with having amazing openings, they also have some of the coolest designs for any superhero possible. Some of these suits make Batman and Spider-Man's most iconic suits look like a cheap cosplay from Wish.com. I can confidently say that I don't think there is a single Ranger suit that looks bad or uninteresting. All of them manage to be simple yet so effective, and all have such specific little details that fit with the setting of the theme of the season. Take the Mystic Force suits for example. My two favorite parts about them are, first of all, the capes, because come on, capes are never not cool, but the more important part of the designs that I want to talk about are the visors. Unlike most visors that mostly look the same, just with slightly different shapes, the Mystic Force visors actually resemble the mystical beast of each specific ranger. For instance, the Red Ranger's visor is a phoenix, the Green Ranger's a minotaur, and so on and so forth. They all look so distinct, which makes them more interesting to look at. Now, I don't think I need to talk about any of the Special Ranger suits, cause across the board, they all just look so dang cool. Just look at them! Look at them!
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
Up until now, I've just been talking about miscellaneous details as to why I love Power Rangers, but the rest of this video is gonna be a bit more serious, because I'm gonna start talking about why I truly hold it close to me. Remember the question that I asked at the start of the video, where I asked what things from your childhood shaped you into who you are now? Well, here's where I explain my answer. Since if it wasn't for this kids show, I wouldn't be interested in drawing and becoming an artist. Yeah, everything you're seeing now and have seen before, you have Power Rangers to thank for. There's a reason as to why I spend so much time talking about why I love the Ranger suits, because that, along with the Megazords and other stuff from it, were what drew me into them in the first place, making me think, that looks cool, I want to draw that. And draw them I did. I still remember this one time when I was in first grade, and my classroom had this weird banner thing where we could pin some stuff on it. So during my free time, I remember drawing the Samurai Power Rangers, and around the time where I finished them, my teacher came around and was like, hey, that looks cool, do you want me to put that up on the banner? And me, being the 6-year-old that I am, said yes. And she proceeded to put that up on the banner for the rest of the school year. And that made me feel pretty darn cool. There was another time when I was at home, and I'm assuming I just finished watching the old Power Rangers movie, and that's when I had looking back, a really stupid idea. I ended up drawing one part of all 6 of the original Rangers and taping them to my body, having the White Ranger be the head, Red Ranger being the body, blue and black were the arms, and yellow and pink were the legs. Why did I do this? I honestly have no idea. Now, if I had a dime for every piece of art material that I used to draw Power Rangers alone, I'd be a full-on millionaire. No joke! I probably used hundreds of paper and several hundreds of pencils, markers, crayons, etc. just on Power Rangers. And that's not even taking into account the other things I've drawn, which would probably add an additional 80% of the stuff that I use just on Power Rangers. So, like I said before, this silly little show about teens with attitude fighting monsters is one of the biggest contributors to where I am now. And I am confident that if I wasn't exposed to this, I'd be a completely different person. I wouldn't like some of the stuff I like. I probably wouldn't have some of the friends I have now. I probably wouldn't even make this YouTube channel. Even down to the stuff in my room right now. If I hadn't grown up with Power Rangers, I wouldn't care about seeing any of this stuff when I went to the anime conventions I've been to. But since I do care about it, I've managed to have an experience that I will never forget. When I was at SakuraCon last year, I actually got to meet a real Power Ranger. That person was Johnny Young Bosch, the actor for Adam, the second Black Mighty Morphin Ranger, Green Zeo Ranger, and the first Green Turbo Ranger. Now, I can say that I have a picture and a signed autograph of one of the OG Rangers in my room right now. I'm still shocked that I can actually say that. Kids' content has significantly dropped off in terms of quality in the recent years, and I think no one could disagree with me on that one. While there are some exceptions, most of the biggest kids' content these days are just the most bottom-of-the-barrel, random, nonsensical crap you can think of, with things like Cocomelon, the NPC TikTok stream stuff, and especially the infantile cesspool that is Lankybox.
What is that, bro? Like a froggy woggy?
Stinger Flint Aquarium.
Bro!
Yeah.
Oh! Yo, Sheriff Toaster. Is that Piggy? That Piggy from Roblox? It's like a big jellyfish. There's Chef Pigster's door again. Yo!
Oh! Orange, you glad that Stinger Flint is orange?
Along with other creators like them. They know they don't need to actually put effort into entertaining kids. No, they just need to put a bunch of bright ass lights and be as loud as possible, and maybe even throw some subtle sexual stuff in there. Thanks, Spider-Man, Elsa. They're not teaching kids anything. They're not trying to leave a positive impact on them. They don't think what kids are watching matters, and that's the biggest reason why I hate them so much. As I explained earlier, the biggest inspiration for me becoming an artist was a show from my childhood. But it's not just a kids show, it was a kids show that tried to tell a story, that didn't treat the audience like they're a brainless idiot, that can positively imprint on kids to help them become better people, or help them discover a hobby that can become a passion or even a career. That's why if, by some miraculous miracle, I have a child, I'm gonna raise them on the stuff that I grew up with. And a friend of mine is doing exactly that. So in the end, Power Rangers is a franchise that I will continue to love for as long as I live. Even when it got bad, and I'm sure it will get bad again in the future, I'm still gonna stick with it to the very end. If someone went up to me and offered $1 billion, if I were to erase any and all memories I had of it, I'd say, fuck you, keep your money. I wouldn't trade my memories for all the gold in the entire multiverse. People who think that's not important or something that you should be ashamed of are people who don't deserve my respect at all. I hope that after you watch this video, you go check out the stuff from your childhood and see if you get that sense of nostalgia. And if that thing is also Power Rangers, then you're automatically part of the cool people club, no matter what that middle school bully thinks. So thank you all so much for watching if you stuck all the way to the end. And if you did enjoy it, be sure to do all the things that YouTubers ask for these days. And if you're wondering, don't worry, what I said in my update video still stands. I just wanted to make a special exception because it's something that I love. Next video is going to be an animation. You can bet all your money on that. Now, as I go, I'm going to leave you with some words from the late legend, Jason David Frank.
Right now, be who you want to be. Follow your dreams, not other people's dreams. The most important thing is that you have to remember you're only worth as much as you say you're worth. Tell yourself, I am the best. Tell yourself, I can. And never use these words, I can't. Because if you use the words, I can't, you will never succeed. People have the wrong impression about success. Success is not measured on the amount of money you have. Success is not measured on how much money you have in their pocket. Success is measured on, are you happy in life? Are you happy at your job? Are you happy in your relationship? Are you happy with who you are? Because if you're not, you need to change it. No one else. Remember, the words you speak control your thoughts. Your thoughts control your body controls your actions, and your actions become your characteristics. It's very important to believe in who you are and follow your dreams. Who cares what anyone else says? Everyone says, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a ranger. I couldn't film a movie. I couldn't succeed. I was voted #1 in high school to fail. And guess what? I didn't listen to those people. And you shouldn't either. Right now, it's so important during this period of your life to reach and grab that opportunity. You got to remember, opportunities don't come to you. You have to get the opportunity. The opportunity is there. You just have to reach and grab it. And it's so important to follow these rules if you want to become anything you want to become. #1, we all have a purpose in life. We all have a purpose in life. What is your purpose? Do you really know what your purpose is? #2, you got to have passion. Have passion for what you want to become. Become passionate. I'm so passionate on what I want to do. I'm so passionate for the fans. I'm so passionate in my life. I'm so passionate about karate. I'm so passionate about making movies. You have to have passion. #3, patience. You got to have the patience. It's not going to happen overnight. You've got to have the patience. And #4 is profit. But who cares about profit if you don't have the ladder to succeed? The ladder to succeed is you have to have a purpose. You have to have passion. You have to have patience, and next will come profit. Everybody wants to be big, rich, and famous, but you can't buy happiness with money. You have to deposit in people's emotional bank account. People have to deposit in your emotional bank account, because if they're not, then they're not your friend. And you don't need those people. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to build you up. Don't put yourself in a bucket full of crabs, because what happens in a bucket full of crabs is when you reach the top, another crab reaches you and pulls you back down. So no one's getting to the top because the crabs are pulling you back down. Are your friends pulling you down? Are other people pulling you down? Well, you need to stop, because it is up to you, my friend. You control it. This is the rudder in the engine of the boat and the airplane. What you speak is what you get. If you say, I can't never do this, I can never follow my dreams, look, they're not going to be easy. People want the shortcut in life, but you have to do the work. So if you're sitting there right now and you're thinking, you know what? I never reached my goal. I never succeeded, not on money, but I never succeeded on what I want to become. Get off your butt and do something today. Look in the mirror and tell yourself this: I can. I will. That's the most important thing to succeed. Success is not all about money. Success is about happiness. So if this video touched you and you feel this video in your heart, tag a friend, because I'm only here for me. So if I could be here for me in order to succeed and be happy in my heart to share this message, then if it works for you and it touches your heart, send it to someone else. This is all about depositing in your emotional bank account. Do something good for someone today. Tell them you are awesome. Tell yourself you are worth everything. Everyone is equal. Doesn't matter who you are. People come up and say, man, you're my first celebrity I ever met. I'm not a celebrity. I am a person just like you. So the most important thing is follow your dreams, go after it, and follow the 4 P's. You got the purpose, you got the passion, you got to have patience. And next will come profit. But who cares about profit? You can't take it with you when you die. But what you can do is leave a legacy. A legacy behind. When you're gone, people say, hey, I remember this dude. And I remember what he did for me. So, are you going to leave a legacy behind? If you do, let's do it today. I love you all, man. Thank you for taking this time. 86,400 seconds a day. And people just drain their brain. They don't train their brain. So thank you for spending that time, this precious time in life, to watch this video.